I've spent the last 3 years interviewing self-made British millionaires, men and women who did not inherit a single penny, but managed to build net worths exceeding £1 million before the age of 35. What I found was entirely shocking. It wasn't their sheer work ethic that set them apart. It was a strict set of money rules that are the exact opposite of what your parents, your school teachers, and your local bank manager told you. The sane world tells you to save your pennies, avoid all risk, and blindly hope for a decent pension. The mad world, the world of the truly self-made, operates on a completely different frequency. Today, I'm distilling 3 years of private research into a masterclass of pure financial leverage. If you apply even one of these lessons today, you will be financially ahead of 99% of the UK population by next year. Stop taking financial advice from broke people. It's time to listen to the winners. In this video, I'll break everything down without the fluff. I'll show you the exact 3 financial leverage systems the elite use to multiply wealth, how to instantly restructure your income this very weekend, and exactly how to scale your capital to that first £1 million milestone with zero prior financial background. No inheriting wealth, no relying on luck, just pure execution and digital leverage. Let's get right into the first major lesson. Money rule number 1, the liabilities illusion. Every single millionaire I spoke to had the exact same first lesson. Kill the comfort. In the UK, we have a toxic obsession with looking wealthy long before we actually are. I completely shifted my mindset from appearing rich to building actual digital assets. The middle-class trap is taking out a massive PCP finance deal on a shiny Range Rover or a BMW the absolute second you hit a £50,000 salary. I realized this was financial suicide. I stopped buying status symbols that were actively draining my cash flow. Instead, I lived far below my means and treated every single pound as a soldier meant to go out and capture more territory. I killed my ego so my bank account could thrive. Step 1. Perform a ruthless, unemotional audit of your direct debits to identify status liabilities. The financed cars, the designer watches on credit, the overpriced London flats. Step 2. Liquidate the depreciating assets. Swallow your pride, hand back the keys to the financed car, and buy something reliable with cash. Step 3. Redirect that exact freed-up monthly capital into an automated high-leverage digital asset like a niche SaaS product or a lead generation framework. This is the ultimate lesson in opportunity cost. That £600 a month car payment, if invested into a high-velocity digital asset or an automated software business, isn't just £600. Over 5 years, the compounding returns on that capital dictate the difference between retiring at 30 or working a corporate job until you're dead. Rich people buy luxury with their business surplus. Poor people buy luxury with consumer debt. By cutting a £600 monthly liability and redeploying it into software infrastructure, you are effectively buying back decades of your future time. The result is a compounding £5,000 plus monthly asset rather than a depreciating metal box. One self-made millionaire I interviewed in Manchester told me a story I will never forget. He was surrounded by friends financing luxury cars while he drove a battered 10-year-old Ford Fiesta. He drove that Fiesta until his automated digital marketing business was turning over £250,000 a year in pure profit. When his friends were struggling to make their monthly finance payments during an economic downturn, he was using his massive cash surplus to buy up their distressed digital assets for pennies. He suffered temporary embarrassment for permanent financial freedom, but simply saving money and cutting expenses won't make you rich on its own. The next rule is how the elite actually multiply that capital, and it completely contradicts standard UK banking advice. Money rule number 2, the anti-ISA high-income skill. Leverage tax efficiency is an absolute weapon, but your standard savings accounts are keeping you broke. Most Brits think a basic stocks and shares ISA is the absolute pinnacle of investing. And while ISAs are great for preserving wealth, the self-made millionaires I know use far more aggressive, leveraged structures to generate wealth. I realize that HMRC is your biggest silent partner, taking a massive cut of everything you earn. I stopped just blindly tossing money into the S&P 500 and hoping for an 8% return. Instead, I invested heavily in private equity, specifically the equity of my own mind. Step 1. Stop hoarding cash in low-yield accounts that are being eaten alive by inflation. Extract a portion of your risk capital. Step 2. Identify a high ROI digital skill, such as building AI autonomous agents, complex sales funnel optimization, or automated copywriting. Step 3. Invest your capital directly into mastering that specific skill through high-level coaching, and then structure your new income efficiently through a limited company to legally minimize HMRC's cut. You absolutely cannot save your way to £1 million. The math simply does not work on a standard salary. You have to skill your way to £1 million. The stock market might give you an 8% return, but investing in a specialized digital skill offers asymmetrical, infinite returns. You are building leverage that no market crash can ever take away from you. One individual I interviewed told me his biggest financial win wasn't a lucky crypto trade or the stock market. It was aggressively investing £10,000 into a specialized tech skill that immediately allowed him to charge £2,000 a day as an elite consultant. Upgrading your digital skills and restructuring your taxes will effortlessly get you to 6 figures. But crossing that chasm into the 7-figure territory requires something completely different. It requires hacking your environment. Money, rule number 3. The network arbitrage. Proximity is power. Your net worth will almost always mirror the combined net worth of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Every single self-made millionaire I met could point to one specific person who opened the door for them. In the UK, we suffer from a terrible cultural disease called tall poppy syndrome, where we actively hate on people doing better than us. Millionaires do the exact opposite. I stopped viewing wealthy people with jealousy and started paying premium rates just to be in the same room as them. I hacked my environment to force my own growth. Step 1. Identify the high-level rooms in London, Manchester, or Birmingham, where the heavy hitters in your industry actually congregate. Step 2. Utilize value-first networking. Do not ask them for a job or for advice. Find a bottleneck in their digital infrastructure, like a poorly converting landing page, and fix it for them entirely for free. Step 3. Leverage the goodwill of that free work to gain proximity, mentorship, and access to their elite network and private deal flow. The wealthy do not need your money, but they always need reliable people who can solve complex problems without creating friction. Whether it's paying for a £5,000 elite mastermind or just buying an absurdly expensive lunch for a mentor, they know that one tiny piece of inside information from a veteran is worth more than a decade of your own hard work through trial and error. By placing yourself in the right room, you aren't just gaining a friend. You are gaining access to joint ventures, private investment opportunities, and strategies that can inject £50,000 to £100,000 into your business overnight. Success leaves incredibly obvious clues. If you look at the daily life of someone who is permanently skint and compare it to the life of a self-made millionaire, the defining difference isn't their DNA, their background, or their luck. It is entirely based on their daily rituals and their capital allocation. The poor trade their finite time for money to buy liabilities. The wealthy trade their money for digital assets, software automation, and elite networks that print time and capital back to them forever. You have to stop trading hours for pounds. You have to build the machine that works while you sleep, or you will be trapped in the system forever. I am giving you a massive challenge today. Pick one liability in your life right now, a subscription, a car payment, a daily luxury, and cut it relentlessly. take that exact amount of money and put it directly into a knowledge fund to build your first digital asset. If you want the full, unfiltered list of the 10 books every single millionaire I interviewed recommended, join the Money Mad newsletter using the link below. Comment the word millionaire down below if you are genuinely committed to hitting that 7-figure mark in your lifetime. I am going to be personally engaging with every single comment on this video for the first 24 hours. Stop being sane. Get mad. Build the leveraged life you actually want to live. I will see you in the next one.